Hi folks, Alex here from alexanderguestguitars.com. Just wanted to do a review on this VOX Cambridge 50 amp which I bought recently. This is not a review to go over the complete load of functionality on the amp. This is just to give you a flavour of what the amp sounds like and my opinion on what it sounds like, because of course what the amp sounds like really is the most important thing. If you go on to the VOXamp.com website, you can see all of the functionality that it's got on here. It's basically a single channel solid state amp with new tube technology, which is supposed to replicate what a tube amp will sound like and give you that warm breakup that tube amps give you. It's got basically 10 or 11 different amp models which you can choose from. On the top it's got a 2-band graphic EQ, it's got a gain, a volume, power attenuator, which is very useful for low gain settings, and of course being 50 watt it is very loud, so you could potentially jam with it if you turn the power potentiometer right up. It's got modulation, which contains chorus, flanger, phaser and tremolo. That's the four. It's also got tape echo and delay, reverb, various types. I'm going to set the reverb onto the hall setting because I always play with reverb. It's got preset channels that you can twiddle the knobs with yourself and set them to what you like using this button, I should say. It has got a tuner in, an inbuilt tuner as well. You can plug your headphones in on the top. You can also plug your MP3 in and play along with your favourite sounds. The headphone will defeat the speaker, so you won't hear the speaker if you've got the headphones on. Good for if you're practicing in your bedroom. It's got a USB port so you can plug it into the laptop, and you can also download the VOX 3 software, which gives you access to VOX's own selection of virtual pedals that you can put onto your patch that you build yourself, and you can store it in the computer and get it to come out of this in some weird and wonderful way. There's also a foot switch available for selecting between your different patches that you've created. It's got a 12-inch speaker, which is a Celestion, and I believe it's actually quite a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and start going through the amp settings so you can hear what they sound like. And I'm going to use my alexanderguestguitars.com Liberator guitar. There's all sorts of different models on there for you to have a look at. It's got a Gemini Pickups UK Fire Drake pickup, mini humbucker pickup in the bridge, which I'm just going to use. I'm just going to use the bridge for this purposes of this demonstration. I've taken down a little bit of the tone, so it's a little bit more like a standard humbucker, and the volume is set on maximum. So I'm just going to start off, and we go through from the Deluxe Clean, which I believe is supposed to be modelling a Fender Reverb. Second one, which is a Boutique Clean, which is modelling a generic hand-wired custom-built amplifier, I believe. Then going on to Boutique Overdrive, which is again the hand wired, the same as last one, but with added overdrive, I believe. Then we've got the VOX AC30, which is the one that I'm most interested in, being the one that Brian May and a load of other guitarists use. And then going on to the VOX AC30 Top Boost. Then the Brit 59, which is the Marshall Super Lead. And then the Brit 800, which is the Marshall JCM 8000. Next one is JVM 410, which is the Brit VM on this. Then on to the SLOD, which is the Soldano. We've got the double rectifier, which is another Marshall, I believe. And the last one is just the guitar goes straight through into the amp. Without any of the colouring from the models that VOX have put in. So that one would be good for an acoustic guitar if you wanted to use it for that. So that's basically what it sounds like. Now, as to what I feel about this amp, I think that if whatever amp setting that you use, I think that you can get some good tones out of it if you fiddle about with it. Obviously, some of the amp settings are more suited to different styles of playing. You know, your power chords and whatever, but I think you can get some good sounds out of it, especially on the clean and the high gain settings. Where this amp struggles, I think, is in the medium gain settings, such as the VOX AC30. You can hear on through the rubbish microphone on the camera, but when I play a chord, overlaying the chord there's a nasty hissing sound. Now this might be just down to my particular amp. I've checked out a load of YouTube reviews of this amp, and I think I can hear it on some of them. So again, it might be just this particular amp, or it might be endemic to the whole model line. And of course, if you go up to the Brit 59, you can hear it on there as well. Sort of slightly modulated on that particular model, but it's still there. You can hear a sort of a decaying as the chord decays. As you go on up, the Brit VM is the least convincing one. It's the least nice one. It's a very harsh sound, and even with that whooshing sound aside, it's got a very unnatural decay to the as the note that you play or the chord that you play decays. The decay is not very linear. It's quite a sort of jagged, and it's not as sustainy as all of the rest of them seem to be. And then as you go on up again, it seems to lose that hissing sound, but the trouble with it for me is the fact that I'm most interested in the medium gain settings. So really that hissing sound, especially on the VOX AC30, I mean, come on, you know, this is made by VOX and it's modelling a VOX amp. So you can hear that nasty whooshing sound, hissing sound, and for me that's pretty much a killer. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the amp. It's nice and light, it's portable, it's got a good size to it, not too big in other words, and it does what I need it to do. But the whooshing sound on the VOX AC30, the Brit 59, just kills it, and unfortunately this one's going to get sent back. So that's really what I think of the amp. If it wasn't for the whooshing noise, I'd be happy with it. So maybe that's, if it's something that's endemic to the VOX Cambridge 50, then VOX really need to look at that, I think, and fix it. Otherwise it's just my amp and I've been unlucky. So you might be different and you might have better luck if you buy one of these. So anyway, that was my 3/10 of the on the VOX Cambridge 50, what I think of it, and you know, check out my guitars at alexanderguestguitars.com. Oh, the lights come back on. There's all sorts of different electrics and semi-acoustics on there. Got a new model called the Tempest coming soon, so check that one out. And in the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video. and like and comment on the video. Okay, cheers.